We are sticking with the festive feeling that we had from yesterday's video today, but this time we're going to be doing it with Design Me Devon. Now this build I recognized last time from the same creator as the last build, so the Cozy Nook, and I kept this build and thought, do you know what, I am going to use this for a little Christmas festive build. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. Now it's a lovely little farm. I've put it in the world of Hemperdon Bagley. I think it looks absolutely marvellous. So let's get on over and have a look at the build we're going to be renovating today. And here she is, my darlings, in all of her glory. Look how cute this is. You did such a good job here. You really, really did. I love the kind of higgledy-pigglediness of it. I just think it just, I could see this in my day-to-day life, like around in Devon, just like with all of these dormers and stuff up on the roof line and all of the different windows that you've used. There's so many things here that I would never do myself, and yet it just works perfectly. I absolutely love it. I was floored by this, to be honest with you, because I just loved the realism of it. I absolutely loved it. Now, I have already gone ahead and completely renovated this, so I know what I've been and gone and done. And I'd point out the stuff that I've been and gone and done. We changed the roof for a thatched roof. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that would look good in a thatched roof. So I put a thatched roof on it and it just worked perfectly, in my opinion. Changed all the windows out as well. Still kept them in all the places that they are, but I've used the Horse Ranch windows. And the Horse Ranch windows came in perfectly for this build. I've been using that pack a lot recently for building. I just absolutely love it. I really, really do. But yeah, we redevelop all of this front yard a little bit. I redo the horses stable that we've got in here as well and put on like new stable doors and stuff. We put a nice big fence around here. I also put like a chicken coop over here and into the interiors, which I loved, by the way. I really did. But I just rejigged everything around a little bit. So you can see there's a little bit more run down and stuff. I just changed around where everything was. So this is now the kitchen. This turns into the kitchen and dining room. This turns into the living area here. And I rejigged this area here by walling off this area, having that as a bathroom with an entrance into another kind of like, well, another entrance at the front of the build that you come through this way and go into the living room. And then upstairs, there's 3 bedrooms up here. You can see there's the main, that's more of an office there, but I actually make that into the main bedroom, and I just rejig this area around a little bit. I knock down a few walls, make this room smaller, turn that one into like a children's bedroom, make the bathroom a little bit smaller. I went bigger with the bathroom downstairs with a full bath, so I didn't think that we needed the same size bathroom upstairs. And then I have a teen bedroom over here as well, and then the smaller bedroom turns into a children's bedroom. But I just love the look of everything in here. The little like touches to detail that you've done, it's just perfect. It really bloody is. And I was very, very, very impressed with this whole build, especially that roof line. I thought the roof line was great. And that's why as soon as I saw this, I was like, Christmas build, that would make an amazing Christmas build. And that is exactly what we went ahead and did today. So without further ado, let's get on over to the renovation video and I'll show you what I came up with. And so here we are, the clean-up process. One of my favourite parts about doing Design Me Devon is tidying up. Because why? Because I'm a Virgo. But I kept quite a bit of it. I love that little like metal planter. I've never seen that, so I'm making sure to use that quite a bit in the future. Just love it. I think a nice big tree would look great in there. But as I said, what we do is change around. I changed the wallpapers as well. We go for a bit. They had new brick put on. We needed to. There was rot in the brick. So that's what I went ahead and did. I kept a few of the pieces inside, especially, as I said, I loved that mantelpiece. Oh, I didn't say that actually, but I loved that mantelpiece that you did with the wood burner in there. I just thought that was a lovely touch. So I went ahead and did that as well. Used that in the actual living area itself. But I just love going around. And this is when you start to notice all of the actual details in here. When you're clearing it all out, you're like, oh, I love that little touch. Just good eye. The Cozy Nook, you've got a good eye, and I'm very much for it. I don't think I've ever done a build or someone's build twice. I think I might have actually in the past. Don't worry, I am getting through that Design Me Devon hashtag. I will be going through it properly. But this one just stood out to me when I was last looking at the Cozy Nooks build, and I was like, I want to do that one. So we're doing this one today. Yes, we are indeed. Changing out the brick. We went for that brick there. And in the beginning, I just tried out this roof texture just to see. And I was just like, nope, I want to go thatched. So you'll see me go ahead and put in the thatched roof now. I just thought it looked... I just knew that this would look great with the thatched roof, and I was bloody right. I kept one of the roof lines. You can see it just by the door there on the left. I kept that one with some tiles and the greenery on. I just wanted a little bit of a mixture, you know? But I just look at it with a thatched roof and with snow as well. You wait until you see this in the snow. It just looks marvellous, and it made me feel very festive once again. It really did. So, yeah. Loves it. Really, really did love playing around with this. Change the doors to red. And we go ahead and put new windows in now. So I kept the windows exactly, as I said, where they were. But I just go ahead and use the horse ranch windows. And it just lifted it slightly for me. I made it look a little bit more updated and less kind of like, not abandoned, but run down, you know. I put shutters on the other windows though. We go for a nice green shutter just to bring a bit of festive vibe in. I keep looking over that way because just a minute ago I was speaking for a good 5 minutes and I wasn't recording once again. Why do I keep doing that? No idea. Am I showing my baps here? No, I'm not. I'm fine. Anyway, here we go. So I am changing the windows, but as I said, just keeping the windows exactly where they were. I had to swallow really hard then and cough, but I'm only human, you know? But yeah, and I do get rid of a couple of these windows, I think, once I get into the interiors, because it just wasn't working for me in the interior, so I end up changing them around a little bit, but you'll see that once we get into the interiors itself. It's a little bit of a shorter speed build today, just because I had a great canvas to work on, so it's only like 13 minutes long, but I didn't really change too much. I didn't have to like develop it too much. I just wanted to update it and put my own kind of stamp on it, you know, make it look a bit more like a build that I would do. And that's what I went ahead and did. A little fenced in area for the chickens and the horse. We do put a little chicken coop in this area too. And I end up putting on 2 fences or 2 gates. Sorry, I put one on that side and one on the other side. And then I wall in this area of the build over here. Just for, I don't know, just to like sort of like envelope the building a little bit to the landscape. And I absolutely loved it. Really did. And your terrain painting as well was amazing, so I made sure to use the same terrain paints that you've been using, but ignore what I'm putting stone down here at the minute, but I end up putting some of those what they called over large veg patch, or the veg patches, let's just say that. I use the veg patches over there, so I end up putting some more soil and stuff down, and yeah, really nice. Well, I was watching something at this point, so I was probably watching Nigella Lawson cook some Christmas stuff. I love watching Nigella Lawson cook around this time of year. She's just amazing. How do I remember what I was watching at this point? But I do. For some reason, I know what I was watching at this point, and it was Nigella Lawson do some Christmas cooking. Oh my lord, honestly. But yeah, love those row of stones as well. I need to remember to use them quite a bit because they make really nice borders without going too like heavy. I could have used those years ago when we had to do 1 by 1. I used to do it all around ponds and stuff and everything. It was bloody awful. Kept the landscaping simple. I kept a lot of the ivy on the build as well, but I kept the landscaping very kind of wild, and I didn't want to go too kind of like, you know, sort of like put together flower beds and stuff. And I use a lot of this grass on the area itself, or the actual front patio bit. I've been speaking a lot today. I can't speak anymore. That's probably why I'm going to be skipping over words and making a fool of myself today. But yeah, anyway, so this is what I was going on about. So with the veg patches, I end up putting in some soil under here, and I just thought it worked really nicely. And it was a farm, it needed to have this, and it's got a lot trait, I think, as well, that the Cozy Nook put on of good soil. So I wanted to make sure that this was still going to be kind of utilized as a small farm, you know, and I think it worked. I really do. But it was just so much fun putting this together. It really, really was a joy to renovate. I do love renovating builds. I love building builds, full stop, but renovating is just something about it. It just makes me feel good when you see it kind of come together. Yeah, very nice indeed. What am I doing now, for goodness sake? Putting more grass down. We end up using a bit of this grass as well. I mean, why not? It is Christmas after all. What is Christmas without a bit of debug grass? Yeah, that's what they always say. That's what they always say, is what is Christmas without a bit of debug grass? Anyway, please shut up, Aiden, and move on. Look at the speed that I went there. Oh, honestly. And I littered this grass around here as well, just so it looks like the horse has got something to eat and not just wander around in soil. I put some of the prairie grass up in there too. Didn't do too much into the actual horse stable itself. I just put in the trough and a little feeding tray, and I think that's all it needed. And then some more, like some final details. I'm like mucking out sort of like looking objects and some I don't know what that is, hats up on a stand. There we go. And then we're into the living room. I've slowed down the speed that we're going to be doing this now, so you can just keep up a little bit better. But living room, we're decorating for Christmas, of course. It's going to be a festive farmhouse, so why would we not decorate for Christmas? And you can already see I've already picked all of the flooring and the wallpapers and stuff. I've changed it up a little bit here and there, but still kept quite a bit of the original kind of like stone that was already there. And again, I didn't change the floor plan too much. You're going to be able to see what I did with that area. That's going to be a bathroom now. And yeah, it's just, I had fun. And that's what it's all about, building sometimes, is having fun and not caring what anybody else thinks about your building style as well. That's one thing that you need to like take on. Build for you and you only. And if people enjoy it, well, then that's the icing on top of the cake, isn't it? But I just love it. I would move in here tomorrow. I really would. And I think that wallpaper works really nicely. The wallpaper from Cottage Living. I think it just added a little bit of a festive touch in here. And there was a few festive touches that I did in all of the other rooms as well. Mainly the colours. I used some subtle like reds and greens. But the kitchen, we put up a little bit of decoration in there too. But I don't know. Sometimes when I'm building in The Sims, especially around this time of year, I tend to like gravitate towards using festive colours like the reds and greens. I don't know what that's just probably a natural thing in my head that I think that I need to do, but I don't know, just something that I do. I'm very quirky that way. Very, very quirky. I am still checking that I'm recording because I've got a fear now. We're into the kitchen. We're utilising those new tiles that came with the home chef. What is a chef? A chef hustle pack. I just thought they looked really nice and farmhousey in here. Base game kitchen, and again, as I said, little hints of reds and greens here and there. But nice big kitchen. Had to try and squeeze in the dining area, but as I'm speaking now, I have player tested it, and the Sims can't use the chairs that I squeeze into this room, so it's all good. It's a nice big farmhouse kitchen, but just a smaller dining room. I didn't feel like the farmhouse needed a separate dining room. Not for me. Not today. Not today, darling. Not today at all. I love these little decorations here. I always forget about the little bells, the little green bells and the red dots. So I put these up in the kitchen again, as I said, just to add a little bit more festivity into an otherwise very normal kitchen. But I used the same table that I used in yesterday's build. Would it have been yesterday's build if I'm recording this today? Yes. Yesterday's build. And I just think it works. I think it works really nicely. I pull this object out here as well, which is, I forget what that's from. I think it's from the greenhouse kit. And I ended up putting some plates and some different bits and bobs up on here. I can't even remember what I actually put up on here. Oh, a little cookbook. It's just another place for them to come out and do their like decorating and stuff of like their food and things maybe. I wanted to look a little bit like an area where it was a bit more of an extra counter space, you know. Being a farmhouse kitchen, they would do a lot of cooking, I would imagine. But yeah, mixer as well. We're bringing it all out today, aren't we? But I love that little rug in that kitchen as well. I think it works really nicely. So this is that bathroom that I put in downstairs. I thought it was important to have a bathroom on this level. So I did a big full bath, and the access is out from that little hallway that I put in as well. But yeah, very nice using the tiles as well in the kitchen, but using the new ones from the For Rent expansion. And then up to this is going to be the main bedroom. So this is the main bedroom. I used the Cottage Living wallpaper. What is it supposed to be? William Morris? I think it is. The William Morris wallpaper. I just think it looks nice in here. Again, all of those little touches. I overlapped as well the base game curtains and the new curtains from For Rent, but I sized them down loads. Just to do something a little bit different, to be honest. But the bedrooms are very simple. I kept them very, very simple and very clean. I just thought, I don't know. If something in my head just said to do that, and I did. That's what I did. Teen bedroom, in we go. Again, using those little subtle reds and greens everywhere. I just wanted to do that. I did. And then when you put some fairy lights in here as well, just to like bring in a little bit of whimsicalness. You can tell I've been talking too much today because I am jabbering on, and I'm also skipping over my words as well. That's what happens when you get tired. This video is probably going to be coming up a little bit later than normal as well, so apologies for that, my loves. But I've had a lot to do today. It's getting very near Christmas. So that's what happened. But anyway, team bedroom, bloody beautiful. Get your rug in, on to the next one. And this is the last room you're going to see me furnish, which is the kids' bedroom. I thought this would be nice to have 2 children in this room, so I use a double bunk bed. And yeah, very, very nice indeed. Anyway, I'm just checking how much we got left. 30 seconds right there. Good enough time for me to say goodbye in an outro, isn't it? You're going to go and watch a lovely little snowy video tour now, my loves. Have the most marvellous weekends. And I will be back on Tuesday with some more Let's Build the Worlds. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.